I think the NFL thought that they were going to do like 30 million viewers. That they were certainly going to do more views than Netflix had for Christmas Day, and they didn't come close. They didn't come close to doing that many views. 17.3 million watched the Chiefs and the Chargers on YouTube. Below lofty hopes.
The NFL thought it was rewriting the future of broadcasting when it bet big on YouTube. Slick promos, corporate optimism, and league executives promising fans a new era of digital dominance. But when the numbers dropped, the dream collapsed harder than a rookie quarterback under a blitz. Instead of flocking to YouTube, fans abandoned the experiment in droves, 7 million of them opting for Netflix instead. The future of football looked more like a failed tech demo than a revolution.
So I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing, but Netflix reportedly wants to buy the rights to the NFL Sunday afternoon packages from Fox or CBS. Now, I don't love the way Netflix does their sports. There's always some sort of buffering, and it's not uniform. It's not the cleanest format, but they can fix that. But it will make Netflix go up. Netflix will be 60. It'll be what cable was. That's what Netflix is becoming, or they're trying to be. And I don't think that's a necessarily bad thing.
The NFL has never been shy about chasing money, and this YouTube gamble was pitched as the next great cash cow. Stream games directly, skip traditional networks, and funnel everything into the digital pipeline. It sounded futuristic, it sounded bold, and it sounded like exactly what a billion-dollar empire would try. But fans weren't buying it. For all the hype, the product didn't deliver. The interface was clunky, the access felt restricted, and the magic of Sunday football somehow got lost in translation.
NBC Universal-owned Peacock, however, is a subscription-based service, while the game on Google's YouTube was available for free to a worldwide audience. I gotta tell you, it was available for free to a worldwide audience. It only drew 1.1 million outside of the U.S. Why does the NFL keep wasting so much time going overseas?
Meanwhile, Netflix sat quietly in the corner, ready to pounce. No press conferences, no flashy rollouts, just content fans actually wanted to watch. Original shows, documentaries, and a seamless streaming experience that made YouTube look like an amateur setup. When game day rolled around, millions of viewers faced the choice: wrestle with buffering and subscription headaches, or relax with Netflix's polished machine. 7 million fans didn't hesitate, and the message to the NFL was clear: convenience trumps ambition every time.
I thought the NFL on Netflix was tremendous. I didn't have any issues whatsoever with the feed, and they have 300 million subscribers worldwide, a global audience that they pulled off very well. I love the picture quality. I love the graphics. I thought the broadcast itself was very good. A standing ovation for Netflix. And by the way, the NFL on Christmas Day is here to stay. We're never going to have a Christmas Day without the NFL.
The humiliation for the league lies in the scale of the failure. This wasn't a minor experiment tucked into the background. It was a headline initiative. Executives were parading it as proof that the NFL could own the digital space the way it owns TV ratings. Instead, it backfired spectacularly, with fans treating the YouTube stream like a novelty, not a destination. The NFL wanted dominance, but what it got was indifference. The worst reaction possible for a brand built on hype.
That's why the NFL doesn't care.
Roger Goodell says the bottom line is you have to go where the fans are, and our fans are moving on to streaming platforms. Netflix is a good example of that. Peacock, a good example of that. Amazon. Our fans are on different platforms, and we need to reach them. But at the same time, over 85% of our games are still available on free television. We think that we have the most fan-friendly policies. 100% of our games for the two teams participating.
The disaster also exposed a bigger truth. The NFL doesn't fully understand its audience. Football fans aren't looking for experimental platforms or subscription gymnastics. They want accessibility, reliability, and the feeling of watching with millions of others at the same time. The NFL underestimated the frustration fans feel when you force them through digital hoops, and Netflix benefited. While the league fumbled with strategy, Netflix reminded fans of why it remains king: ease of use and consistency.
The ESPN has ended. Unless I missed some sort of extension on that exclusive negotiating window, it has ended. And the UFC now is out there in the marketplace as well. I feel like the UFC is going to end up on Netflix. in some way, maybe not in totality, but the WWE on Netflix has been dominating. It's the same company.
The optics are brutal. Instead of headlines celebrating innovation, the NFL is reading stories about a mass exodus of viewers. Instead of touting YouTube as a victory, they're scrambling to explain why fans tuned out. And every executive speech about the bright future of digital rights now looks laughably out of touch. The NFL tried to act like Silicon Valley, but ended up with egg on its face, proof that even the biggest sports league in the world can misjudge its audience.
But again, on the Netflix NFL, I like the setup.
I like the broadcasting.
I like the broadcasting. JJ Watt, I think, nailed it. I think he found his true career calling now to finish his career.
Yeah, that would be nice, to see him more often.
Yeah.
Streaming is just the way. It's sad. People have said that the NBA viewership has been waning because you need like 4 different...
Fans didn't just leave quietly. They roasted the league online. Social media lit up with complaints about streaming quality, overpriced subscriptions, and the bizarre feeling of watching the most powerful league in America stumble into basic tech problems. The memes were brutal, the posts relentless, and the narrative unspinnable. The NFL had tried to position itself as cutting edge, but the fans treated it like a punchline. When 7 million viewers jump ship, the laughter is deafening.
NFL fans are on the shambles meter too, because they're going to be forced. This is Edge sent me this. This is the one I thought you sent me that you wanted me to screenshot. It will be forced. NFL fans will be forced to spend a minimum of $1,500 to be able to watch every single game next year.
What?
Sunday ticket is $522. YouTube TV $563.
Netflix's role in this humiliation can't be overstated. While the NFL was fumbling, Netflix was thriving. Sports documentaries like Quarterback and Formula One, Drive to Survive, have given Netflix credibility in the sports entertainment space. Fans might not get live games, but they get drama, storytelling, and a product that works every single time. Against that backdrop, the NFL's YouTube stream felt half-baked. It's hard to convince fans to embrace glitchy football when Netflix offers a drama-packed binge without the headaches.
Netflix posting massive NFL numbers on Christmas Day, with both the Chiefs-Steelers and Ravens-Texans averaging 24 million plus viewers despite massively lopsided scores. Ratings down slightly from network numbers last season, but also viewed in more than 200 countries.
The fallout goes beyond one failed experiment. It raises serious questions about the league's future in the streaming wars. If the NFL can't hold on to viewers in an era where attention spans are everything, what happens when competitors like Amazon, Apple, or even Netflix itself make bigger plays for sports rights? The league once seemed untouchable, but the YouTube debacle shows cracks in the armor. Fans have choices now, and loyalty isn't automatic.
I think it's really kind of like a chess move from the NFL of saying, we want to be in business with Netflix. We think they're going to be an important bidder down the road. Let's start with a smaller deal today. We'll see how it goes. And potentially 5 years from now, we could be getting a lot more money from them. They're going to be able to multiply the amount of money that they get by adding all these distribution partners up in 2029 or 2030. And the reason for that is because they've continued to create events, right? So think about Thanksgiving Day, Sunday Night Football, Monday Night Football, Thursday Night Football. They do Saturday primetime games during the holiday season. They obviously have the playoffs, which they've sold exclusively.
Shedeur Sanders can humiliate a kicker on the field, but this was the NFL humiliating itself in boardrooms and living rooms across the country. A product that should have been bulletproof instead turned fragile. 7 million fans voted with their remotes, and their choice was damning. They didn't want experiments. They wanted entertainment. And they made it clear that if the NFL won't deliver, Netflix gladly will.
With Thursday night NFL Amazon Prime numbers increasing this season and Amazon also picking up the NBA next season, the clock is ticking. It's only a matter of time before the streaming giants collect all the infinity stones that are American professional sports. After all, Netflix is worth more than NBC, Fox, CBS, and ABC combined.
The irony of the collapse is delicious. For years, the NFL treated networks like pawns, dictating terms and raking in billions from broadcasters who couldn't afford to say no. The YouTube move was supposed to show that the league no longer needed middlemen, that it could dominate directly. But instead of dominance, it got desertion. The NFL discovered the hard way that fans aren't pawns, and they don't care about boardroom power plays. They care about where the product works best.
Netflix gets the NFL, it effectively like crumbles a competitor. Paramount Plus will probably be gone. You'll see like a Peacock be gone, and then Netflix gets that entertainment. They're going to charge their higher price, but then you're not paying for all the other ones. You'll see Max or one of the Apple TV Plus. Some of these will end, and Netflix or one of these streaming services will be more expensive, but it'll be less overall, and that's what we really need. So I don't know if this is a great thing, but what we have right now doesn't work either.
The league will try to spin this, of course. Expect carefully worded statements about lessons learned and opportunities to grow. But no spin can hide the truth. Fans voted with their eyeballs, and YouTube lost badly. 7 million is not a glitch, it's a landslide. And every competitor in the streaming wars is taking notes. The NFL might have unrivaled product on the field, but off the field, it just proved it's vulnerable. In the end, the YouTube experiment wasn't just a flop, it was a warning. The NFL may be the king of sports, but even kings can stumble when they forget what their people want. Football fans didn't ask for experiments. They asked for clarity, quality, and community. And when they didn't get it, they left. Netflix didn't win because of luck. It won because it listened. That's the kind of humiliation the NFL won't forget, and the kind its rivals won't let it live down.